So if you're not familiar with Resorts World, let me give you kind of a heads up. It's basically 3 hotels in one place. You've got the Hilton, you've got the Conrad, and you've got the Crockfords. And the idea is that the Hilton is the lowest level, then the Conrad is in the middle, and then Crockfords is like your ultra luxury brand inside Resorts World. So what we've decided to do is I've booked a few nights in the Hilton in a suite, and it is roughly the same price as a standard room in the Crockfords. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna stay one night in the Crockfords Standard Room, and I will give you my opinion on whether or not it's better to just spend the money on the suite in the Hilton, the lower level property, or if it's better to spend the money and have a smaller room, not have a suite, but you're in the ultra luxury area, and that comes with some perks. So I will give you a breakdown of that, and I'll actually do 2 independent reviews of both. So 3 videos in total, and hopefully it will bring some clarity. I had a hard time deciding myself, so hopefully it brings some clarity to your decision making. So here I am in the elevator for the Hilton at Resorts World in Las Vegas, and we opted to go for a suite. So the suite ran us about $350 a night, which is a pretty great deal for the suite, which you'll see here in a few minutes. And buying a suite also gets you all the way up on the 64th, 65th, or 66th floor, which are the top floors in the casino, in the hotel. So this is the lobby for the Hilton side of the property. It's very pretty, and I can tell you it gets very crowded in here. I've been here for a few days now and it gets super crowded. But the nice thing is when you first turn in, if you are staying at a suite, you get to go down there, you get to check in down there all by yourself, which is awesome. It'll save you a bunch of time. Okay, so one of the big perks to getting a suite versus a regular room at the Hilton is that you get one of 2 private elevators to take you up to your floors. So you do not have to wait on the rest of the guests in the lower floors to get to your elevator. This is the Hilton side of the property, and I just love this color palette. The reds and the golds, really, really pretty. It's got a little bit of blue in it too. Now inside the suite, you will notice that you've got a half bathroom, like a little powder room to entertain guests if you're having additional people in your room, so they don't have to be in your bathroom. And then on the right hand side, that's where your little mini bar is, as well as your refrigerator. There is no microwave in this suite, and there's also no coffee maker in the Hilton part of the hotel. And as you'll notice, we are way up there on the 64th or 65th floor. So you get excellent views no matter which way you are facing. Now the sitting area, very comfortable. I was really impressed with the couch. I wasn't expecting a lot, but actually the couch was very, very comfortable. The bed in this Hilton property is the best bed I've ever been on in a Hilton property, hands down. So I cannot say enough good things about the bed. I also like that little Chase lounger. It is just a great place to have a coffee or a cocktail before you go out for the day. But the best thing about this room is this bathroom. It is not the standard bathroom. The standard bathroom gives you just a stand-up shower, no tub, but this bathroom gives you a water closet that you're about to see here, as well as its own shower, which feels like a cave, which was really cool. And then, of course, the beautiful pedestal tub. And notice that the pedestal tub is facing out towards the giant windows. So you can actually see the strip from the windows in the pedestal tub, which was fantastic. Another thing I really liked about this place is that all the hardware was very premium. So it's not plastic, that's actual brass or some type of metal. So it feels very premium to the touch. Everything in here feels not cheap, but expensive. And lastly, I love this little dressing room / closet that they set up. I just thought that was a really nice touch to put all of your belongings. So we got to our first room. It was on the 65th floor. It was a city view suite, and it was absolutely beautiful, except one thing. The suite, the windows, looked like some birds had been perched right above the windows, and so there was bird stuff all over the windows.
The view was great, but the view also had bird stuff all over the windows. And so this is a great lesson in like not settling for what you like get the first time. It is okay to call down and ask for a different room. So we got here early, we got early check-in, and I just called down and I said, hey, this is the situation. The room's great, I'm not complaining, but is there any way you can move us to a different room, right? So the beauty of that is that if you treat them with respect and you're not really difficult and you're not really angry, you just ask. Oftentimes what they'll do is they'll give you a better room for the trouble of having to move your stuff, right? So that's what they did. So now I'm down on the 64th floor, but I got a strip view and it's the same exact room. So it wasn't an upgrade in room, we already had a suite, but it was an upgrade in the view. And this is the view that I've got from my new room.
A couple of negatives about this room: even though you're in a suite, even though you're on a high floor, you still do not get a coffee maker in your room with the Hilton property. You actually have to go up to the Crockfords level to get a coffee maker in your room. So even though you buy a premium level room from the hotel, you still don't get the coffee maker, and that's just more of an annoyance than anything else. There aren't really many other negatives. With the suite, you get your own check-in area, so you bypass all the crowds. With the suite, you get the high floor automatically. Like even in the suite area, they call it Crockfords West. So like that's how the Hilton people refer to it. So in their mind, it's almost a Crockfords level room, just at the Hilton price, and with the Hilton color theme throughout. And so that's a nice thing as well. So I personally, so far from what I've seen, I prefer the color pattern of the Hilton properties to the Conrad or the Crockford. I might feel differently in a little while when I check into the Crockford, but so far that's how I feel. In terms of what you give up with the Hilton instead of the Crockford or the Conrad, with the Hilton, it's not their premium levels. So if you're a Hilton Honors member or a Hilton Diamond member specifically, you get a little bit less money. I think it's like $30 a day instead of $50 a day for food credit. You don't get a guaranteed reserved beach chair out at the pool like you do with the Crockfords. But that's a small thing because there are so many beach chairs, and after going and exploring the beach complex or the pool complex, it really is not that much of a perk. So really overall, you're not giving up a whole lot. Now, you might be giving up more if you were not getting a suite, right? Because the rooms are a little bit smaller, the ceilings are a little bit lower, so the suite kind of changes the game versus the Crockford. So some final thoughts about the room. So we're about to check out of our suite in the Hilton and move over to the Crockfords. I would say overall the room was a 5 out of 5. Like, it was really beautiful, super clean, well maintained. The view was amazing, the beds were great, and the bathroom was just stunning. So the room itself, absolute 5 out of 5. I haven't been to the Crockfords yet, but it's going to be really tough for a base room at the same price to compete with this. Even if this was $100 a night more, it's going to be pretty tough. So anyway, Crockfords is really going to have to wow me in order to win me over away from a suite, even though it's a lower level hotel at this property.
Okay, so here we are at the Crockfords. It's in the same tower. It's just a different section of the tower. And right away, you can see there is a distinctly different color palette at the Crockfords. And by the way, the base rooms at the Crockfords are all floor like 60 and above. So you are always guaranteed a great view if you stay even in the standard room here. And I will say, after going through, it does feel a little more 5-star luxury, right? So it feels a little less Vegas. It feels a little more like you're in some type of like resort retreat type of area. So I really liked it. There are some nice touches, even in the hallway. You're about to see like what the signage looks like. It's just so premium. Now, as far as the room goes, notice how much higher the ceilings are. The beds were the exact same bed, but also notice that you get things like a coffee maker, which I really liked. But the room itself, this is just a standard double queen room. So as far as everything else goes, you do get some different types of textures on the walls. I would say the drapes are a little bit nicer. The view, fantastic. Even though this was not a strip view, this was a city view, but still very nice view here at the Crockfords. So you're not going to hate this room by any stretch of the imagination. It is absolutely a comfortable, beautiful room. If you had not just been in a suite, you would be like, this place is so nice. However, I was just in a suite, so I was a little underwhelmed with the size of the room. Now, I will say I loved this bathroom. I thought the bathroom was super well done. If I had not been just in that immaculate, beautiful bathroom by the Hilton Suite, then this bathroom would have really been impressive. I think the stone is a little bit nicer in this bathroom, and the fixtures themselves were really the same. They're just a different color. I got to be honest though, I think I liked the gold a little bit more. Although the silver will probably age better, I think I like the gold hardware in the Hilton side just a little bit more. The things you will notice are like the chandeliers in the room. Like there are some premium touches. Notice the wallpaper on this back wall here. Just really, really pretty. So in all, I really liked the Crockfords, but it's the same price, within 40 or 50 bucks a night when we stayed there, as the suite. And I don't think you are going to be surprised one bit when I say, if I had to do it all over again, I would have skipped the Crockfords and gone straight back to that Hilton Suite. It was just so nice, and you really can't beat that bathtub, and the extra space that you get feels way more luxurious than any single standard room could ever feel. So in summary, if you have the choice, go ahead, book the Hilton Suite. Now, let me say this. Do not book the Hilton Standard Room and expect to get upgraded to that Hilton Suite. Because of the competitive pricing, those Hilton Suites are going to go quickly. Whereas so if you're a Hilton Honors Diamond member like I am, you cannot anticipate getting an upgrade at a place like Vegas. Even though it's a massive hotel, there are a whole lot of Diamond members staying there, and they are all asking for that upgrade. So if you are staying in the Hilton side and you really want that suite, shell out the extra money, go ahead and book the suite. If you are staying in the Crockford side, understand that just by booking a standard room, I'm a Diamond member, they did not give me an upgrade because they were full on the night that we were there. So they did not give me that upgrade. So just be aware of that if you are looking to book here. So my very final thoughts are these. If you have the option, book the Hilton Suite, not the Crockford Standard Room. If money is of no object, check out the Crockford Suites, but I do have a hard time imagining that they are that much nicer than the Hilton Suites, and they cost about double. So there you have it, guys. Thanks so much for your time. If you've enjoyed this, please consider hitting the like button below. And if you really enjoy it, consider subscribing. I will have some additional reviews of the Resorts World and the Hilton and Crockford rooms, as well as the casino, the restaurants, and the rest of the resort. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next video.